Gator.
Watch the out. Check three, check three, check three.
He's coming.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Joker. Kill.
Ready.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Mike's 50.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, I'm coming after you. Watch out.
22 jet bomber.
Shift.
Hey, zoom. Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. And that's caught by Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
Back. Blue draw corkers.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Get it.
Watch twist.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Smoke. Go.
To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. 23 yards, the final tally.
Baby. Let's go.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Crash. Check.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby,
Preston
sack.
Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Wahoo!
Wide, get wide.
Yeah.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Ready.
Mike 8.
70 Indy.
Mike 8. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Let's go.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Mike 8.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, it's Jones looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
Mike, check Mike
Pittsburgh.
6. Mike 6. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
What? Go.
Mike 6. Mike 6. He's scared.
Watch the edge. Charlie.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Crosby. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Down.
The Charger drive about to get going.
General West. Let's go. Lee Griffin.
On first down, Herbert eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Fresno.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Right there.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Mike 3. Mike 3. Now watch run.
Operating from the gun. Love. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, Mike's 50. I got it.
To throw on second down, Herbert. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
You go tight.
6'6", pull it high.
Tight right there. Mike's 50.
He don't know no better.
Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Come to my world. Recon 132 fighter. Ready?
Check 50.
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Last stop.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
SOS.
Running right, Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Mike 3. Combo. Echo. Tighten up. Pull it together.
0-0, Mike 3. You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, Love. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer They would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Your trip is here.
Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
X3, 218, chopper.
Right here, so we got to step.
Hey, Echo.
Hatchet.
Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
Yeah, baby.
Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Being chased out left. He finds Taylor. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Greystone travel.
Hey, watch edge. Watch edge.
Hey, Charlie. Fire.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Switch.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Love. And that's complete to Adams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
No, off. Match ball.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Combo. Check.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Get ready.
That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Orbit.
Mike 50. Check.
Look at me. Zip. Big ripper.
Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Check! Topper! Smoke!
Mike 3. Combo.
Following the fumble recovery. Love back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is Jones, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Yeah, baby!
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Mike 3. Combo.
Who that? 0-0, Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready. 70, Indy. 50. Wild Bill. 36.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Again, it's Miller. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
On the ready.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Check, crunch.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go now. 3. 60 yards. 3. Pick it up. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays,
Here we go, D.
let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Let's go, touchdowns, baby.
It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Herbert.
You can't block me.
Right
You
back
can't
for
block
Allen.
me.
This time he finds him complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Ready?
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's first and 10.
Topper!
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. I got wide. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Buzz. Watch the run.
58's the Mike, 58. 58's the Mike. In your face.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this one complete to Smith. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Vincent Smith, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short. Runs over him. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be third and 13.
Let's make these babies crawl a bit.
Mike 3, Mike
From the gun, Love. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Go!
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
6-6, pull it high.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Leo.
Big edge.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And all the way up to the 33-yard line.
Let's do it.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot.
Hey, Sam on.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A first down carry now for Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch the shift.
Ready.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Shift. Rush in.
This is Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
I'm going to
give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Read.
I got you.
Hey, exit.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right.
They'll look to throw.
Getting some penetration.
It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Slam. Watch that. Switch.
Switch. Show an 8. Show an 8.
Check 9. Check 9.
Snap.
They'll try to run for it with Miller.
Pick the edge. Come.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check 24.
Look at me. Go. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Set. 60 orange.
Mike's 50.
Greystone travel.
He's coming. We got double up. Let's go, Mike 50.
Hey. High 7.
Pick up the ball.
Shoot.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go. Mike 50.
Back to throw.
I got you.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte.